Sí, tres. Hello everyone, my name is Antonio Campos Casas. With my classmate Giovanni Javier Ortiz Martinez, we will present,
Hello.
he's here, we will present the exposition of Unit 1. Uh, we are of the career engineer of mechatronics, the 7.2, and we will present a little history about an author called Oscar Wilde. Oscar Wilde is a very, very important author. Bueno, okay. So let's gonna start from the 1.1. Main characters. Let's talk about
Okay.
the characters, Giovanni.
Yes. The first characters that some relevance to me is the rat, and you may imagine he's a very gray color with field from living so long in the old, as well as being very fat. Lynette, who was a dummy, and I imagine here small but very sure of herself as well, as she was very wise, and that caught my attention of the character because sometimes we believe that um, the wizards and the safest people are about looking put people of the secondary characters like in the legs and doglings. I imagine the that very closest and without any idea of the life for his period of her life. The story is hands to me a very noble person as well as very friendly and honest who deserved to the person like him in his life. And contrary Miller seems to me first that was a good person, but slowly and the history progress, I developed some courage towards him because the why um in which the bubbles the trust the will be um of hands, and this strokes to me the weave of the Miller, and it said to me she is one of those people who are super specified and who was always agrees with people and doesn't not have opinion of his own. Otherwise, and the son of the Miller, who made me a person of good will who wanted to help the hands, but on second like Lynette is token account even in small.
Okay. Also, a summary of the history. What about the history? Um, the history tells about a rat who believed that everyone should see for him, and a little guy knew he told him a story about a couple of friends in which we were able to realize the self-centeredness and non-reciprocity. One of the friends who he believed that because he has done a favor to other, he should always serve him forgetting, and that through friendshiping must be to as well as reciprocal, and that we should not abuse it for own and benefit. But in the end, the bad is the arrogance did not capture the beautiful message or the beautiful moral mm, moral message of the history and just left. And what about the moral lesson? That's the word that I'm missing. the
Um,
message. uh, Sorry.
the moral lesson for me that I learning from this story was understand the friendship to exist is that I must be mutual as well as reciprocal, and that we little things they can speak more than the thousand words, and the I am left with that message that should never abuse the friendship since that I must always do my part so that we can build contributing of friendship. Okay.
Okay. Um, well, in my opinion, what you will change from the story and why? Um, the rather than the had conversation and call capture the message in this story gave us. The truth is the bitter taste of the knowing that no knowledge. That has died for being such a faithful and noble friend, and that is the sacrifice. It was not a consequence to the wrath. Um, well, Giovanni, do you think in a different ending?
Um, yes, what a goal change in the history is following. Mm, well, to rat, the this say the rat is realizing that sometimes not everything resolves around dishes and additions to have been I have been thinking for so many years, and the people must always be for me. I thank you very much, and Lynette, for having taught me great value that she has a friendship, and that I must always take care of the every more. If other person is there for me, I have to be there for her after the rat has recognized and her mistake. She is approached with the mother and the leg and the hide ducklings to the after then apologies since it was him really said that the heat activated a very bad way. I mean,
I mean, thinking this related the waiter's life. Uh, Oscar Fingal of later Wales Wild. That's a hardly name to speak. He was one of the most controversial breedings in his time. Um, One of the things that I will attack more importance to is the fact and that he was a playwright, writer and a poet. I consider that that will be of these literal types you will have to have a great creative capacity, like the one of the well reflected in histories. Well, coming from a wealthy family in the time of the British Empire. And so it's the Industrial Revolution in many terms. Um, for this, he this level of privilege while was able to develop his creativity abilities of begin a little more formal life. His creative talent should also be noted that he studied in a very prestigious universities. It should be noted that his mother than had a career in writing revolutionary poems. Sorry. What? However, speaking in terms of her writing and works of the become highlight of the portrait of Dorian Gray. Or um, this name is the picture of Dorian Gray. So the translate is in which he has heavily criticized for the erotism on the same, and this did not sit anything in society. For which, and said the previous point, was written highly criticized in terms of his literary works, not precisely in the erotic genre, but in which highlights the ugliest of pessimists and stories to the type of his stormy characters, which highlight how unpainful and unfair like uh, sorry, how painful and unfair life can be. And this movement is decadent movement. That's all for this. Okay, Giovanni, how do you think people are to improve their lives?
Mm, I think that stories of this type help you to improve Efra a lot of because from the moment he lives elections, he's already helping you and more anything we realism sometimes. We go through life without realizing the kind of people that were united in two or three paragraphs. We realizing that everything we believe is wrong, and then in addition to affecting ourselves, we affecting more per people and in general. I believe that is yes.
Okay, so it's all for me and my classmate Giovanni Javier. Um, thank you for watch.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.